Well, good afternoon and welcome to Week 12 action between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Wasn't anticipating on having to stream this game, but as the advance is tonight, and this is the only time I'm going to have to stream it, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get it streaming. As you can see, the Saints are 2-9, been abysmal all season. The Ravens are 3-7, not much better this season, but do boast a much better defense, offense, and team score overall. Saints news, Teddy Bridgewater, who's been the starter the last couple of weeks, finally, apparently, the beatdown from last week and the offensive line woes has forced him to the sidelines. He is banged up a little bit, so the Saints are going to give him a week off going into the bye. And Gary Short, the maligned starter from weeks 1 through 3, will be the starter going into the bye week. So new starter, have some changes on the offensive line a little bit as we put guys like Landon Penning and or Trevor Penning, and Ryan Ramczyk is now sitting. And in his place is Tavares Jordan. So we have a lot of rotation on that O-line once again as we struggle to find something that has some kind of rhythm. And just whatever we can find, we hope to find going into a bye week that we desperately need. With that being said, the injury reports, I don't think there was much on the injury report. The Saints do have Cameron McGrone, who's a backup linebacker. He's out with a hip pointer practice injury. Riley Campbell's needs to come off the IR, but unfortunately cannot due to Madden being Madden. Ravens come in with a clean bill of health. Nope, they don't. They come in with guard Andrew Voorhees. Their starting guard is out for this week. Again, a practice squad injury. Broke a finger and unfortunately can't really grip too much right now, so they're going to sit him this week since the season is kind of all for lost anyway. So hopefully we'll see a good matchup in Baltimore. Hopefully the Saints will show up and be way more productive than they were last week against the Bucs. There's not much to say about last week's game. It was a beatdown. I hope it's not a beatdown today. And somehow we are on primetime Thursday night. So we will just go ahead and play it out because we can't change the uniforms. That is something I wish we could do in game, is change uniforms of a user team when they're not able to play. Player showcase. There's Chris Olave. He has been hot the last couple of weeks with Teddy Bridgewater in the lineup, but obviously with Short in there. Short's favorite receiver early on in this season was Juwan Johnson at tight end. We'll see what happens as we move forward. As you see Khalil Herbert there, number 21, Patrick Queen, number 0. And here come your Saints, led out by new right tackle, Tavares Jordan, number 73. And there's the Ravens and Lamar Jackson jog out. Should be an interesting matchup for Drew Brees and company. Head coach there pondering the sidelines. There's Short. Again, the new old starting quarterback back in the mix. And there's Lamar Jackson rallying his troops together. And the Ravens will get the opening kickoff. They have won the toss and elected to receive right out the gate. So we'll see what happens in this Week 12 matchup, as I forgot where to go temporarily. Slow forward to end of game. Jake Elliott to kick this one away. And looks like it's going to hit, I believe that is the cornerback, Ezekiel Wilson, the backup cornerback, who is the kick returner for the Ravens. And here come Lamar Jackson and company out at the 35. Or 25, excuse me. You can see his season's been a little rough in the TD to INT ratio. So a little bit rough there, but see Lamar Jackson making a change there on 1st and 10 from the gun. He hands off to Khalil Herbert left side, and left side is good as he runs into, I believe that was that 27? That would be Tariq Woolen on the tackle there for the Saints. Bunch receivers to Jackson's left as he snaps the ball 2nd and 4, and it's Herbert once again up the middle. He's got a big hole. And it's a gain of about 12. And a Ravens first down, brought down, I believe, by McCallum and Alubi, but not before he got a lot of yards. And a first down. There you go. Pistol for Jackson on 1st and 10 from his 42, and he's going to hand off again to Herbert left side. And Herbert's going to roll forward for a gain of about 6. And that is 3 straight runs for Herbert there. 3 receivers to Jackson's left on 2nd and 4 as he operates from the gun. And it's a handoff, fake handoff to Herbert. He's going to take off with it as Jackson on the right-hand side. And that is one thing the Saints definitely have to account for is the legs of Lamar Jackson. They have not done well with mobile quarterbacks this season as far as escaping the pocket. This is a very mobile quarterback and a dangerous one in Lamar Jackson. 1st and 10 from the Saints 46. Jackson in the gun, gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw, taking off with it now. And he's got room to run and operate. He is speeding down that right sideline. Finally brought down by Iafatu Melifonwu at safety for the Saints. But not before he gains about 25 yards. Just a standard rollout, play broke down, and Jackson just tucked it and ran with it. Can't argue with that with his athleticism. And that is a heck of a run. You see Woolen there on the tackle as well. And R.J. Copeland, number 58 for the Saints as well. Operating at the 22, New Orleans, bunch receivers to Jackson's left as he's in the gun, 1st and 10. And it's going to be a fake handoff to Khalil Herbert. Rolls to his left this time, and this time Isaiah Foskey and the Saints defense wrap up Jackson for a loss of 5 on the sack. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 as Jackson is in the gun once again. And he's looking to throw this time. Pump fake, throws right-hand side, and it is dropped. Khalil Herbert out of the backfield drops that one. No excuse for that one. He was open. 3rd and 15. Bunch receivers to the right for Jackson. 4 receivers in the pattern. Looks to throw once again. He's going to throw right-hand side. He's got a man, and it is open in the end zone for a touchdown. As that is Von Swift for the 27-yard touchdown pass. No pressure there on that play, and a breakdown in the back of the end zone and zone coverage there. Don't know what the Saints zone defenders were thinking there, but they left Mr. Swift open, and Swift and Jackson make the Saints defense pay with a quick touchdown as Justin Tucker, the veteran future Hall of Fame kicker for the Ravens, puts it through the uprights. And it is quickly 7-0 with 8:30 left to play in the first. Tucker kicks it away deep in the end zone, and Bruton's going to kneel it. And Gary Short has had a rough season, first season in New Orleans. He started 3 games early in the season, and you can see those are his numbers. And since then, he has been the backup or 3rd-string quarterback, as folks like Jeff Harper, Teddy Bridgewater have rolled in to take his spot, as well as Kirk Cousins for a week. Short in the gun, 1st and 10 from his 25, looks to throw, and he's going to throw it right-hand side, and I believe that is Jawan Johnson for a gain of about 4. That was his favorite receiver for the first 3 weeks of the season, and he is making an instant connection. Back under center for 2nd and 6, heavy formation to the left for the Saints, and they're going to hand off right side to Kendre Miller, and Kendre Miller is going to bowl ahead for a gain of 8. And a Saints first down. Short back under center. Kendre Miller, the only man in the backfield. They're going to hand it to him left side. He's going to break a tackle. Breaks the tackle of number 91, Ronell Bias. But not before he gains 6 yards. And sets up 2nd and 4. Short in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off right side to Kendre Miller, and they're going to run it hard to that right side and get about 6 yards and break into the Ravens. Nope, sorry. Just shy of midfield. Still on the Saints side of the field at the 48. Short's back in the gun, 1st and 10. And this time's looking to throw. Throws right-hand side, and he is wide of the mark, looking for Jawan Johnson again. Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey was closest there with coverage. And that's going to lead to 2nd and 10. Short back in the gun. And he's going to look to hand off left side to Bruton. And Bruton's going to bust ahead and roll forward for a good hard run of 6 yards from the predominantly third down back there. That's going to set up a third and manageable on the Ravens side of the field at the 46. Short's in the gun, 3rd and 4, and he's looking to throw. He's throwing short, and he has Olave, who rolls ahead of the sticks and gets about 6. They're going to give him the roll and give him 8. But more importantly, that is a Saints first down. That's what you want to see out of Short here. You want to see him completing passes to someone other than his tight end. That was his fall from grace early in the season. As he is back under center, 1st and 10 from the Ravens 38. He's got a split eye back. He's going to fake the handoff to Kendre Miller and throw deep left side. And he has got a man open, and it is Chris Olave. And just like that, the Saints are on the board with a big play touchdown. Short bombing it deep left side, and Olave's the big play threat out there on the outside, and he makes the Ravens pay with that touchdown. With a 46-yard touchdown pass. Very nice job there from, they're going to review it. Oh boy, what are they reviewing here? That looked like a good catch. What are we looking here for? Once you cross the plane, though, but is that second foot is down. So first foot was end field of play at the 2, and the second one crosses the plane in the end zone. That's a good touchdown. And they do confirm the touchdown. So it's indeed a 46-yard touchdown pass from Short to Olave. And they've tied the ball game back up at 7 with 5:11 left in the first. And that is something you didn't see from Gary Short and the Saints, was the big play early in the season. So maybe he took a page out of the Bridgewater book there. From the goal line is Wilson, and he is going to return it out past the 25 to the 27, and that is where the Ravens will start with 5:07 left in the first. As Mark Andrews and his crew roll out there with Lamar. Lamar's in the gun. 1st and 10, making a quick change. And he's going to get the ball, and he's looking to throw once again. He's going to move a little bit in the pocket, and he's going to throw to his safety valve. All-pro tight end Mark Andrews, and that is his first catch of the game for a gain of about, I believe, 5 or 6. They're going to give him 6, making it a 2nd and 4 as Lamar is back in the gun with bunch receivers to his left and looking to throw once again to that left side, and he is complete. I believe that might be Zay Flowers. Nope, that is number 7. Excuse me. That is Rashad Bateman. But it is a first down. McCallum there on the tackle. 3 receivers to Lamar Jackson's left on 1st and 10 from his 38. He's in the gun. And he is looking to throw over the middle, and that is knocked down, but there is laundry on the field, and that might be illegal contact or pass interference. Benjamin St. Juste, too good in coverage. And laundry on the field gets him caught. And that is a first down, automatic first down for the Ravens, as they're going to hand the ball off this time to Khalil Herbert. And he's going to get wrapped up after a tough 3 yards. That didn't look like 3 yards, but that was a tough 3 yards he just got. And Jackson's back in the gun, 2nd and 7 from his 49. And he is looking to throw. Saints send blitz. And Bateman is the intended receiver, but it hits Darius Rush, the Saints corner, in the hands. Incomplete, making it 3rd and 7. Lamar Jackson's in the gun once again. They do send heat once again, and this time the Ravens pick it up, and Vaughn Swift gets the slant and gets the first down. Terrence Gilchrist there on the tackle, but not before Vaughn Swift gets the yardage he needs for that crucial first down, as the Ravens are back in Saints territory at the 43. With just under 3 minutes to play in the first, Jackson's in the gun, 1st and 10. And he's looking to throw once again. He's got left-hand side. He's got Mark Andrews for a short gain there. There was good coverage in the area, however. Yes, short gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6 as Jackson's back under center. Alubio's on the tackle there for that last play. Jackson throws to the right and has Bateman on the sideline, but we do have some flag on the field, and this is going to be coming back as there is holding on Johnny Foote, the left tackle, and that is going to back the Ravens back up to near midfield at the Saints 49. 2nd and 16. Jackson in the gun looking to throw. Throws right-hand side, finds Andrews, and Andrews is trying to direct some traffic there as he gets about 21 on that play. And a Ravens first down as the Saints soft zone was exposed there with Mark Andrews making headway down that right sideline. Bunch receivers to the left for Lamar Jackson, 1st and 10. He's going to fake the handoff to Herbert, roll to his right, and he's going to try and take off. And his speed gets him away from number 40, Derek Barnes, the linebacker, reserve linebacker there in for, I'm guessing, Joshua McCallum or Sigam Malubi. 2nd and 3, bunch receivers to Jackson's left. He's going to fake the handoff again to Herbert and throw right-hand side. This is Von Swift once again as he bullies his way inside the 10 and inside the 5. They're going to give him progress at the 4. I thought they stopped him at the 5 or 6, but Gilchrist and the gang chasing him get him down at the 4, and that puts the Ravens 1st and goal. And this looks to be, at least early on, a potential shootout by Saints standards, as far as offensively speaking. Jackson in the gun from the 4, and he's going to hand off, and that goes pretty much nowhere as Orlando Henning, the rookie out of Texas Tech, gets the handoff out of the shotgun formation and unfortunately gets wrapped up quickly for a loss of 1. I formation for Jackson this time on 2nd and goal. This is probably going to be the last play of the quarter, and he's going to hand the ball off up the middle to Herbert. And Herbert gets just past the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 2. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal from the 3 as we flip fields, or flip sides, to start the 2nd quarter. A quarter that had a lot of scoring. Third and goal. Jackson's under center, looks left side, and he's going to throw, and it is nearly picked off by Terrence Gilchrist. Saints really would have liked to turn over there, but unfortunately they'll take the incompletion and set up the field goal attempt from Justin Tucker. This should be as gimme as it gets. The 21-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is good. And the Ravens retake the lead. They wanted 7, but they're going to have to settle for 3 and make it a 10-7 game. Just at the start of the 2nd quarter, Tucker back to kick it away. And it is going to be caught just shy of the goal line by Bruton. He's going to take it out past the 15, and he's going to get wrapped up. Very quickly wrapped up by number 30, Trenton Simpson, the reserve linebacker for the Ravens. And Short and Company are going to start shot of the 20 in the gun, 1st and 10. And Short's looking to throw here, 1st and 10. He's going to bomb left side, and he is wide of the mark, looking for Olave there. He's feeling his oats out a little bit, throwing that ball to that side of the field, but it's wide of the mark and incomplete. Back under center, 2nd and 10, split eye. And they're going to hand off this time to Kendra Miller. He's going to start right side, come back to the left, and get a gain of about 4 to make it a 3rd and medium. 3rd and 6 here. Short in the gun, 3rd and 6, looks to throw. He's got a man left side. This is Bruton out of the backfield. A little bit of horse collar there, but not called. Look like a good WWE move right there, but that is going to be a catch for about 10 and a Saints 1st down. Good blocking there on that outside from Tavares Jordan. Young man starting for a veteran, legend, and Saints legend, and Ryan Ramchick. 1st and 10 from the 33, New Orleans. Short's in the gun, or in the pistol. And he is going to be forced out of the pocket and forced to throw this one away. Felt the heat a little bit, maybe a little bit trigger happy there. Short in the pistol on 2nd down is going to hand off left side to Kendra Miller, and he is met in the backfield by Roquan Smith, number 0. I inadvertently called him Patrick Queen earlier in the game. I'm sorry about that because he just roughed up our guy for a gain of 0. Short in the gun, 3rd and 10, and he is being forced backwards. And that's not the direction you want to be running if you're Gary Short. That is not to our end zone, folks. And that is a loss of 12 as Justin Matabuke and friends get the sack. That's just terrible pocket presence there from Gary Short. I don't think that's an O-line problem on that particular one. I think that's just poor pocket presence out of Short, and that's going to force Logan Cook out for the punt. And he kicks it away into the Baltimore air. And it's going to be called by Zay Flowers at the 25. He's going to get it out past the 30, get it marked forward progress at the 35. And a little bit shorter field than what Lamar Jackson and company have dealt with so far through the first two drives. And they've scored 10 points in their first two drives. Jackson in the gun, 1st and 10. 9:30 and counting left. Herbert gets the ball and is immediately stuffed. Was intending to go right, stopped and tried to cut it back up the middle, and the Saints defense was just waiting for him. Lamar Jackson in the pistol on 2nd and 10. He's going to hand the ball to Herbert right side, and he's going to come back to the middle, and he's going to find Joshua McCallum, as most teams have in the middle there. And he's going to find him after a gain of 3, setting up a 3rd and 7 for this Ravens offense. Jackson in the gun, empty backfield. And the Saints get home. Brian Brzee and Isaiah Foskey meet at Lamar Jackson. And this is a rarity. The Saints actually lead their opponent in sacks that we've gotten to this game. That's a shock. Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. It's kicked and received at the 23 by Bruton. Bruton slips a tackle at the 30 and gets out to the 36 before he's stopped. And Gary Short and company come back out. Short will operate out of the gun, 1st and 10 with Kendre Miller to his right. And he's going to hand the ball off running left as Kendre, and he's going to break at the tackle of number 30. And that is Trenton Simpson, but not before he gains about 6 yards. A solid gain on 1st down. Keeps us ahead of the sticks here. Dropping back to pass is Short on 2nd and 4. He looks right-hand side. He throws, and he hits Chris Olave. That's a good throw from Olave. Or a good throw, from Short to Olave. As you can see now, maybe he shed the stigma of throwing just to Juwan Johnson. Short under center, 1st and 10 from the Ravens 41. He's going to hand off right side to Kendre Miller, and he's got a big old hole. And he rumbles forward for a gain of 13. And another Saints 1st down, as this is something you didn't see from the Saints and Gary Short, the Gary Short-led Saints early in the season, a balanced attack. Gary Short under center. He's going to hand the ball off left side to Kendre Miller, and Kendre is going to run into some Ravens after a very short gain of about 2. So good pursuit there from the Ravens defense. Trenton Simpson, number 30, on the tackle. Short back under center, 2nd and 8. I believe it's Algier in the backfield now, as they're going to fake the handoff to him, and they're going to hand it to Devin Duvernay on the jet sweep, and that goes nowhere. Actually, I take that back. It actually goes backwards, and we're back where we started. 3rd and 10 from the Ravens 29. Short's in the gun. And he's going to fake the handoff to Bruton. He's going to throw left-hand side, and he's got Juwan Johnson open past the 1st down marker. And that is a gain of about 13. And more importantly, that is a New Orleans Saints 1st down in the red zone. Caught that ball in front of Aaron Langford, the reserve safety. And that sets up a red zone opportunity for our Saints. Short's in the gun with Kendre Miller to his right, 1st and 10, 4:49 and counting left in the first half. Short's going to be throwing. There's a blitz coming, though. He's throwing right-hand side. And he gets twinkle toes, and I think that's Juwan Johnson. No, that's O.J. Howard, the second tight end, with his first touchdown as a Saint and his first showing of life since he's been signed by the Saints probably about 6 weeks ago. Nice little twinkle toes on the sideline. Ooh, I say twinkle toes on the sideline. I don't know. I think if you review the first touchdown, you got to review that one. I painfully agree with that. I don't think OJ got that second foot down. He gets the first one down just fine, but I think it's the second one that's going to drag out of bounds, and the referee's right there. I don't know what she was looking at, but I think that one comes off the board. No. Oh wow! I guess the payment we sent to that referee paid off. That's a joke, by the way. Jake Elliott puts it through the uprights for the extra point, and the Saints have the lead 14-10 and kick the ball away. And this is going to be taken way back in the end zone by Wilson, and he will not return it and kneel it for a touchback. And Jackson and the Ravens will start with 4:42 left in the first half at their 25. In the gun. There's a snap, and there's the handoff right side to number 33. That is, who is that? Oh, Orlando Henning. The rookie out of Texas Tech, the backup, gets a good run there. I thought he got the first down, honestly, but they're going to mark him just short. So a gain of 9. They're going to fake the handoff to Herbert, throw it outside on the run pass option to Rashad Bateman. And Bateman has about 4. And a first down as the Ravens near midfield at their 43. Flipping the play here, we see a change in the formation by Jackson. He's in the gun. He's looking to throw. He's got guys over the middle. And that is Mark Andrews. Well covered, honestly, by Segun Alubi. But the big tight end just has the hands and the skills to get that ball and pull it down. As you can see, he's well covered. That's good coverage. Not great coverage, but good coverage. But that's why Mark Andrews gets paid the big bucks. Jackson back in the gun, 1st and 10 from the Saints 43. And he is looking to throw once again. He's got somebody over the middle, and that is knocked away. Big hit on Terrence Marshall Jr. from Melifonwu, and that knocks the ball out incomplete. Jackson in the pistol, 2nd and 10, hands off left side. A little bit of a juke from Herbert as he cuts it back to the right, but unfortunately runs into Segun Alubi, who's had himself a pretty solid game. And that is a gain of about 1, setting up a 3rd and long for the Ravens. 3rd and 9 from the 42, and they're going to fake the handoff to Herbert. Roll out to his left. Tries to hit DeMario Carrington, the backup tight end, in the flat, but Cameron Dantzler, the safety, was having none of it. And that is going to lead to a Ravens punt. I'm so used to seeing the Saints saying a Saints punt that I had to say Ravens. And the Ravens punter is Wisnowski, and he kicks it away. He angles it out of bounds, and it's a beautiful angled punt. Coffin corner drill executed to perfection. As he kicks it out, it goes out at the 5. And that sets up a really, really long field for the Saints with 2:17 left in the first half. Heavy set formation here. Kendre Miller in the backfield. And they're going to run the ball with Short on the right-hand side. And that is going to lead to Short having to come out after a really good start. You hate to see that. He's holding his right wrist as he goes into the tunnel to get checked out. And that is going to lead to apparently Ben Short, the rookie out of Iowa State, is starting right now. He throws left side to Olave. Fumble out of bounds. But luckily he was laying out of bounds when he fumbled it, so no harm, no foul there. And Ben Young, his first throw in the NFL is a completed pass to Chris Olave. That's a heck of a man to throw to. Under center is Young, 1st and 10, throwing again right-hand side, and this one's knocked away. Roquan Smith on the coverage there. And with the young man at quarterback, you'd like to see him maybe hand the ball off a little more. They're throwing it again. And he's got a man right-hand side is Juwan Johnson. And that leads to the 2-minute warning, but Young is coming out firing. And he's got these Saints rolling from his 39. He's in the gun, 1st and 10, post 2-minute warning. Looking to throw once again. He's going to try to roll out to his left. But Justin Matabuke said having none of that. And once again, that is on the quarterback there. That is not on the offensive line. We've had a lot of weeks where we've bashed the offensive line. This is not one of them so far. Young back in the gun with 1:20 to play, and I think they're content to run some clock here. They're going to fake the handoff and throw right-hand side, and that's high, but brought down by Chris Olave. What a catch in traffic by the young man out of Ohio State. I say young man, he's 27 now. He's younger than me. As the clock ticks under a minute to play, Young's in the gun from the Ravens 46, 1st and 10, bunch receivers to his left. He's looking left side. He's got a man too, and that is Devin Duvernay, and they quickly call timeout. I don't think the Ravens were expecting Ben Young to be this accurate out the gate. fake the handoff, throw left side. He's got a man open, and that is Juwan Johnson. I don't think he made it out of bounds, though, but he does get the first down and get inside the red zone right at the 20 as the clock continues to tick. Saints do have 2 timeouts remaining. We're at 22 seconds left. Young is in the gun, throws right-hand side, and that one is dropped by Chris Olave. And it's kind of weird to say that because he catches one in complete coverage, and then he's open and he drops it. So Young in the gun. Kind of a nice alliteration to it. Throws right-hand side, and he's got number 84, Kendall Traylor, the rookie, wide open for the touchdown. Just like that, the Saints execute the 2-minute drill to near perfection. And Kendall Traylor with his, I believe that might be his first touchdown of the year. I don't remember if he scored any touchdowns this year, quite honestly. So if that's his first touchdown, make sure you hold out that football, young man. That's the first of hopefully many for the 5th overall pick from this past draft out of Clemson. As Drew Brees gives him a congratulatory point. And Elliott lines up for the point after, and it is through the uprights and good. That is about as good a 2-minute offense as you can execute, especially when you consider the backup quarterback is a current rookie, as apparently Bridgewater was not feeling good enough to even be the backup. He's now slated, I guess, as the emergency quarterback, and there's an opening on the left-hand side as Wilson's running down the field. And what a return from the Ravens as they get set up in field goal position. Ezekiel Wilson just earned his team 3 free points. Go pat Ezekiel Wilson on the back, Ravens, because you didn't deserve those 3 points, and you got them anyway because of shoddy special teams. And with a single second left on the clock, they're going to kick this ball away. And this is going to be the last play of the half as Bruton returns it out from the 20, and he's going to get stopped pretty much right there at the 21. And that is the end of the first half. A first half that's seen a lot of good Saints action if you're on offense. If you're an offensive lover, this is by far the Saints' best performance. They have come out the gate swinging after getting shut out last week and dominated. And I think part of it has to be they're running the ball and doing a balanced offense. Kendre Miller's gotten a lot of touches. Bruton has got a few touches. But they've run the ball. They've shown a commitment to the run. Of course, with Gary Short, that was kind of unfortunate that he got hurt on the one run he had. But the Saints have looked good on offense so far against a defense that on paper looks really solid. So maybe the change at quarterback, maybe Gary Short's time sitting on the sidelines maybe has helped his confidence a little bit. It also helps that he's been kept upright. He's only had 2 sacks, or the team has only had 2 sacks allotted against them. And honestly, both of them came really from rollouts by the quarterback more than anything. And the Saints do get the second half kickoff as we kick this second half off, and Bruton's going to catch it at the 2 and take off 15-20. And he's going to fight for the 25, and they're going to give him the 25. I didn't think he got it, but I'll take it. And Chris Olave hadn't had a bad game. 6 receptions, 114 yards, and a touchdown already through one half. And apparently Gary Short is not able to come back, at least early on in this second half. So the rookie Ben Young is going to continue his hopefully hot start and nearly got picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He did have Olave open and tried to float one up to him, but he didn't put enough air under it, and Humphrey comes over and taps that away, incomplete. Young under center, 2nd and 10. He's going to hand the ball off to Kendre Miller this time, but he runs into a wall that starts with the linebackers Trenton Simpson, number 30, and Roquan Smith at number 0. And that is for a gain of -1. And Young will line up empty backfield, 3rd and 11. And the Ravens crowd coming to life here as they sense a little bit of desperation. They try to set up the wide receiver screen, but unfortunately got tipped as Young got kind of wrapped up before he could get the ball away. And that was going to lead to a quick 3 and out from the Saints offense as Logan Cook is on to punt this one away. And it is going to be received by Zay Flowers at the 21. And he's going to come out past the 30. And he's going to get out to the 34. And that is where Lamar Jackson and company will start their first drive. Down 8. Reasonable number to come back from. Still lots of time left. Jackson starts in the pistol, and he's going to hand off left side to Herbert, and he's going to pass Terrence Gilchrist. but he's going to be slowed down and stopped by Isaiah Foskey, number 55, after a gain of about 3. And that is going to lead to a shotgun set for Jackson and a throw to the right side and a completion to Terrence Marshall and a first down. Gilchrist again on the tackle. Jackson back in the gun, changing the play here. He's got Herbert to his left, and he's going to fake the handoff to Herbert, and he's going to throw over the middle to number 82, Demario Carrington, the reserve tight end. We have bunch receivers to Jackson's right as he operates inside Saints territory at the 41, 1st and 10. He's looking left side, though, finds Mark Andrews, and Andrews passes Joshua McCallum. And the Saints defense with Sagan Alubi and Darius Rush wrap him up, but not after a big gain of 27. And that is just a good play there. McCallum tries to make the diving tackle, but misses the shoestrings, and unfortunately that leaves a lot of green grass. And Mark Andrews can make green grass work for him. Inside the red zone, Jackson's in the gun, 1st and 10 at the Saints 18. Hands the ball off to Khalil Herbert up the middle. And he's going to get wrapped up by Cameron Dantzler from his safety spot after a gain of 5. That's going to set up 2nd and 5. Jackson's back in the gun. Fake the handoff to him, and they're going to try and run it with Lamar Jackson, and there's nowhere to go as the Saints keyed on Lamar Jackson there, and Dantzler and boys get him down for a loss of 1, setting up a 3rd and 6. Bunch receivers to the left for Lamar Jackson out of the gun. Throws left side, just north of the sticks. And that is a gain of 8 for Rashad Bateman. And a 1st and goal for the Ravens as they look to try and tie this game up or get within 1, depending on if they go for 2 here. Jackson still has to get the touchdown, though. 1st and goal from the 6. And he is looking to throw. He's got somebody over the middle. It is knocked away, however. Tariq Woolen there in the slot knocks that one away. Incomplete. And that is going to lead to 2nd and goal. Jackson is back in the gun. And he's going to hand the ball off this time to Khalil Herbert, who runs into Tariq Woolen coming in on the corner blitz. And the blitz was timely as it led to a loss of 3. And a 3rd down situation, 3rd and goal from the 7. As Jackson is back in the gun. Bunch receivers to his left. He's looking to his right, however. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to fumble it. But I think he recovered his own fumble. I'm not sure who recovered it, but it is a Ravens recovery according to the call on the field there. I don't know if he recovered it himself or if Zay Flowers may have gotten it. Maybe number 4, Zay Flowers, picked it up. Either way, though, a heck of a stop there by the Saints to hold this team to a field goal after they just bulldozed down the field. Tucker puts this ball through the uprights, and that is a Ravens field goal. Again, not what the Ravens want, but this is definitely what the Saints want. Bend but do not break. 21-16, 6:03 left in the 3rd. Saints need to get something going back on offense as Bruton catches it inside the goal line. He's going to take it out. Past the 15, jukes at the 18, gets to the 20, and that's all he gets. And apparently Gary Short is still too hurt to continue onward. So it'll be the rookie Ben Young out of Iowa State continuing to lead these Saints. 1st and 10. And he's under center. Fakes the handoff to Kendre Miller. He's going to take off with it. He does have some legs. And unfortunately, he runs into Justin Matabuke, who broke loose of left tackle Trevor Penning. And they're going to count that as a sack and a loss of 3. So a minimal loss on the play, to be fair. As Young lines back up. And he is hard count. He may have gotten his own guy, Dwight Adams, at left guard. Yeah, he got his own guy to jump, unfortunately. And that is unfortunate as that backs him up even further. So now it's 2nd and 18 as the Saints are going the wrong direction here. They're in the gun. Fake the handoff. He's going to roll out, and he is going to get fumble in the end zone. Oh, that is not what you want to do if you're the young quarterback, is run back to your own end zone. and then fumble on top of that. And Casey Hobart picks up the fumble in the end zone for the Ravens' defensive touchdown, and that is something you didn't want to see. Young man came out firing on all cylinders to start, but this second half has been rough for him as the Ravens regain the lead and are looking to make it a 3-point game with a 2-point conversion here. They've got 3 receivers to the right for Jackson. He's looking that way. He's going to roll that way, and he's going to find Mark Andrews across the middle on the shallow end for the 2-point conversion, and it is 24-21, just like that. Just like that, a 8-point lead for the Saints becomes a 3-point deficit in just over 6 minutes. So Ben Young and the boys have to get it back going, unfortunately, as they will be right back out there. Maybe need to send this kid to the Dan Orlovsky School of don't run out of bounds or don't run towards your own end zone. Bruton carries it out from his goal line and gets out to the 24. And here comes Ben Young. Hopefully maybe Drew Brees had a talk with him. Kid out of Iowa's had a good start. A little rough around the edges now as he hands the ball off to Kendre Miller. First down, and Kendre Miller gets about 4. Listed at 6 foot, 210 pounds. He's an undrafted kid out of Iowa. So once again, we have that Jeff Harper's type syndrome. He's in the pistol now. He's going to hand off to Kendre Miller once again as he takes it down the middle of the field, and he's going to get 4 yards and make it a 3rd and 2. One thing that Ben Young does bring to the fold is he does bring some mobility. He does have running capabilities. Bunch receivers to his right on 3rd down, though. He's going to hand off one more time to Kendre Miller, and Kendre starts on the right, sneaks back to the left side, gets a gain of 4, and more importantly, as I usually say, a Saints first down. As Young is back in the gun with 3:45 and counting left in the 3rd at his 37. He's going to hand the ball off right side to Tim Bruton, and Bruton's got him a hole, and he gets about 12 yards. And once again, we're seeing this balanced Saints attack. And when we see a balanced Saints attack, we see a much more potent offense as Young is back in the gun near midfield. He throws over the middle to Devin Duvernay and gets a gain of about 5 and gets inside Ravens territory at the 47. Heavy set to the left as Young is under center, 2nd and 5. He's going to fake the handoff, though, to Kendre Miller and throw over the middle. And he has Chris Olave. And unfortunately for the Ravens, Rennell Bias, their starting defensive lineman, defensive tackle, is shaking his hands, and he may have some sort of issue with his arm or his shoulder. We're not sure. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get a report on that soon. Young back in the gun, and he is going to find some people coming at him on the corner blitz. And I will say that I think that even though we see 5 sacks, and that would lead you to believe the offensive line has not done a good job, I think most of these can be pinned on the young quarterback as he throws short to Kendall Traylor for a gain of about 9, making it a 3rd and 8. They get about half of what they needed back. Young under center, drops back to pass. There's a blitz, though, and they do not pick it up, and Roquan Smith gets home. And while that is the 6th sack for the Ravens, unlike past weeks where I would be yelling at the offensive line for how bad they're playing, all of these are either quarterback related, or in the case of that one, that's on Kendre Miller. He has to pick up that blitzer, and he just misses him. And you're not helping your rookie quarterback out whenever you do that. Jake Elliott on to attempt a 40-yard field goal, and it is good, and we have ourselves a tie ball game at 24. With under 1 minute to play in the 3rd. Elliott's going to kick this one away, and it is going to get about 3 yards deep in the end zone. It's going to be returned out by Ezekiel Wilson up the middle of the field past the 20, and he's going to get out to the 23. And that is where Lamar Jackson and boys start back up, and it is basically 0-0 ball game again with just over 1 quarter to play. Jackson in the gun, 1st and 10, signaling to one of his receivers to change up a route. He's going to throw it short over the middle to Andrews, I believe, for a gain of about 3. He's back in the gun, 2nd and 7. He's going to fake the handoff to Herbert, left side, and he's going to throw right side, and that is picked off. What a sneaky grab by Terrence Gilchrist, and he's got room to run and operate on that left sideline. He snuck right in front of that pass. See who that is intended for. I think it was 86 maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's 86. So Terrence Marshall there. And that was just a great anticipation play by Terrence Gilchrist to give his offense primary or primetime field position at the Ravens 22, 1st and 10. Young in the gun. Looking to throw once again. He's got left side. He's got Juwan Johnson. And just like that, that's a Saints touchdown, and that's how you make people pay for turning the ball over. You hit him with the quick one-play touchdown as he nearly assaults the poor referee in the back of the end zone. But heck of a throw from Ben Young, and that's his 2nd touchdown throw of the game. So, nice job, kid, in your debut, showing off the arm, maybe auditioning for other teams. Or maybe auditioning for the Saints squad starting job. Who knows? But the Saints are up 31-24, and this is the most points the Saints have scored all season. I don't know what we're doing. Wilson's going to take the knee in the back of the end zone. That's going to start the Ravens off at the 25. Jackson's in the pistol, 1st and 10. Down 7. He's going to hand the ball off right side to Khalil Herbert. He runs into Daniil Hunter. And Daniil Hunter slows him down enough with help from Melifonwu and Trey Weathers to get the tackle. And that's going to set up a fourth quarter, where the Saints are winning by 7. That has not been something we've been able to say much this season. It's been a good game so far, minus the sacks. Jackson's in the gun, 2nd and 8 from his 27 as we start the 4th quarter. And that is Gilchrist, Johnny on the spot once again, trying to get that 2nd pick. Instead, it is just a pass breakup, which we'll take. 3rd and 8, 3 receivers to Jackson's left. And he's looking to throw once again. He's got somebody over the middle, and that is Mark Andrews, who had been blanketed and manages to hold on, but he is flexing his ankle on the sidelines. He got up and celebrated, but apparently in the celebration tweaked something, and that is a huge loss for the Ravens going into the 4th quarter. Bunch receivers for the left side for Jackson as he hands off right side to Khalil Herbert, and on the inside zone play, he gets about 1. R.J. Copeland on the tackle. Jackson's in the gun, 2nd and 9. He's going to hand off left side this time to Khalil Herbert, and Khalil Herbert's going to bowl forward, running over Cameron Dantzler. And Dantzler didn't have enough muscle to keep him from falling forward for the 1st down. As the Ravens are near midfield, Jackson's under center, heavy set to the right. They're going to run left with Khalil Herbert, though. And the pressure and the containment get there as Melifonwu from his safety spot cheating up, as well as Devontae Anthony from his linebacker spot team up to make that tackle for a negligible gain. 2nd and 9. Jackson's back under center, and they run up the middle, and this time it's again stopped, as I believe that's Foskey, who's been a lot of places here tonight. Sets up a 3rd and 7. Jackson's in the gun, 3 receivers to his left. He's looking to throw left side, and that is going to be nearly picked off by Darius Rush. Rashad Bateman was the intended receiver, but Darius Rush was coming up charging. I think Jackson may have been looking down his receiver a little bit too much there, and the Ravens and Mitch Wisnowski are forced to punt here as they kick this one away, and it is not a great punt. And it is marked out at the 25-yard line. Ooh, that's not a great punt. That's a net gain of 25 yards for Mitch Wisnowski. Not one of his better punts, definitely. As Ben Young is apparently going to go the rest of the way. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1st and 10 in the gun. He's going to hand the ball off right side to Tim Bruton. And Bruton's going to get hit and fall forward after a gain of 5. Quick on the tackle there for the Ravens. As he gets back under center, does Young. 2nd and 5. He's got a split eye. He's going to hand the ball off to Kendra Miller up the middle, and he's going to push forward and run over Roquan Smith or Trenton Simpson. That was Trenton Simpson, excuse me. And that's going to be a gain of 6, and more importantly, that is going to be a Saints first down. Straight eye formation, under center is Young. He's going to hand it up to Tyler Algier, and he's going to take a rare carry up the right side, and he's going to get about 5 yards. And this is what you need to see as we get to the 8-minute mark. We need to be able to see the run game, kind of run the games out. Young's dropping back to pass, looks left side. He's got a completed pass to O.J. Howard. And the young man has a pretty solid stat line. I believe it's 11 out of 15 with 2 touchdowns. The one fumble is the bad thing that got the Ravens a touchdown. Young under center, fakes the handoff to Kendra Miller left side, and he's going to take off with it. This is what he can do. He's got some legs. Couldn't quite juke out number 32. Which was Marcus Williams, former Saint Marcus Williams. Gain of 3 for Young. He's going to hand off on 2nd and 7 to Kendra Miller, and Kendra Miller runs straight into, I believe that's Odafe Owe, who we haven't called out much on, but he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Young in the gun, 3rd and 7, looking to throw. He's going to take off. He's got green pasture ahead of him. Can he get to the first down marker? No, he's going to be marked just short. It's going to be marked just short. I feel like he could have reached out and gotten that first down, but Marlon Humphrey is the man that may have... Oh, the Saints, smelling blood in the water, are going to go for it on 4th and inches from the Raven 44. Look to throw to a flat. Bruton's going to have to make a man miss, and he can't. Roquan Smith, the all-pro out there, makes the tackle in the flat. And a promising Saints drive is snuffed out. Trenton Simpson there on the linebacker blitz. And Roquan Smith was right there in man coverage to stop Bruton. Bruton couldn't avoid the tackle there. And the Saints are going to turn it over on downs. That's a ballsy call from Drew Brees. And Andrews looks like he's back out there after he looked like he had a severe ankle injury. That is very good news for the Ravens. They need him in this drive coming up as they are down 7 with 5:48 to play. Herbert's going to get the ball right-hand side. He's going to bowl over Trey Weathers at his defensive tackle spot, but not over Joshua McCallum, as one of the few bright spots in the Saints' defense makes his impact felt as a rookie. Over the middle throw to Zay Flowers, and that went through about 3 different Saints' hands, I feel like, before it finally got to Zay Flowers. That is his first reception of the game. It's a gain of 11. And a Ravens first down as they are in Saints territory at the 37 and pushing forward. Jackson's in the gun looking to throw. He's got a man left side, and it is Rashad Bateman, who this time beats Terrence Gilchrist as he had his back turned. And that is a gain of 20, and that leads the Ravens inside the red zone. They're at the 16 and cooking. Jackson in the empty backfield in the gun looks to throw. And he's going to throw left side, and he's going to find, I believe that was Zay Flowers again? Not real sure. I didn't catch the number on that. No, that was Henning on the reception, the backup running back. In the gun, 2nd and 5. They're going to hand off up the middle to Herbert, and Herbert gets all the way to the 1-yard line. Didn't quite get it in. Melifonwu and Gilchrist on the tackle, but this is going to be a tough sled for the Saints as it's 1st and goal from the 1. Ravens are lined up ready to punch this in. They're going to punch it in right here with Khalil Herbert. Almost an impossible situation the Saints found themselves in. Khalil Herbert gets the touchdown. That's going to lead to a point after attempt from Justin Tucker with 3:08 left in the 4th. This is to tie the game up, and this should be good because it's Justin Tucker. And it is good. So it's once again basically 0-0 with 3:08 left in the 4th as Bruton's going to catch it 3 yards deep and take it out of the end zone past the 10 to the 15 and gets out just past the 20 to the 21. And that is where Ben Young is going to be asked to perform some heroics. Tell me if you've heard this story before. The young man was on the practice squad this season at some point. Was called up whenever we brought Jeff Harper back and put him on the practice squad. Right-hand side, Kendre Miller spins and makes a man miss. I was so stunned by the amount of green grass in front of Kendre Miller, I forgot what to say. Run to the right-hand side for a gain of about 20. And Young is back under center, and they are handing the ball off to Kendre Miller going left side. This time it's not quite 20 yards. It is 0 yards. Justin Matabuke there with the tackle. As we get close to the 2-minute warning, Young's in the gun. Are they going to snap it before this 2-minute warning erupts? They are. Hand off to Bruton right side. He's got room on the right side. And he gets it just to midfield and gets that crucial first down as the 2-minute warning hits. And we have an injury to Travis Curtis, one of the up defensive linemen. Hopefully he's okay. As we get to the 2-minute warning at the 1:56 mark, Young's in the gun, looking to throw right side, and he has got Jawan Johnson there for a gain of about 10. Clock is still running, but the Saints may want to take some time off this clock to set up a last-minute field goal attempt. Young is under center, and O.J. Howard's in motion. They're going to run this one left side with Tyler Algier, and he busts through, gets the first down on 2nd and inches, and the Ravens quickly call timeout to save them some time. Young is in the gun, 1st and 10 from the Ravens 32. Miller back there to his left, and he's going to hand off. Miller's going to cut it left side. Gain of 4, and the Ravens quickly call their second timeout. Young back under gun, minute 19 and counting to play. Gives it to Kendre once again, right side. Kendre's bouncing off of some guys, bowling ball style. Gets about 3, leaves a 3rd and 3 with a minute 13 left. Ravens have called their final timeout here, and this is going to Algier, and Algier stutter steps and runs into Justin Matabuke, and unfortunately that is a loss of 3, and that is going to set up a long-ish field goal attempt for the Saints. But hopefully the Saints will run some clock out, as the Ravens have no timeouts here, so yeah, they're going to run clock. And that is not going to leave a lot of time for Lamar Jackson and his crew to do anything with as they kick this ball away. And with 28 seconds left in the game, the Saints and Jake Elliott kick the field goal and take the 34-31 lead on the Ravens. 28 seconds left. The Ravens have no timeouts. Here's Wilson from his 2. He's already run one good return back, but not this time as the Saints kick coverage stops him at the 22. And if you're Lamar Jackson and crew, it has to be out routes. A lot of his big plays have come over the middle of the field. He doesn't have that luxury right now with no timeouts in 24 seconds. He's in the gun with stack receivers to either side. He's looking to throw left side, and he's going to throw, and is an immediate out of bounds. As you can see, Justin Tucker has the leg to hit from basically 50-plus anyway. But there's a long way to go yet. 21 seconds, gain of 7 there. They're at their 29. They need to get to the Saints' 39. And the pressure's going to get there, and Brian Brissy with the crucial sack, and that's not going to leave enough time on the clock. And that is going to result in the Saints' 3rd win of the season in a shootout by Saints standards. 34-31 is your final here. Gary Short comes back on the field. I don't know what he's celebrating for. He was hurt most of the game. The guy you need to celebrate is the other number 8, the one in white and gold. That's Ben Young, the rookie out of Iowa, comes in off the bench and performs well, completing 76% of his passes for nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Saints win. So let's go here let's look at the Saints. I mean, both quarterbacks really performed rather well. Both quarterbacks had 2 touchdowns with no interceptions. Both quarterbacks completed over at least 70% of their passes. I mean, no interceptions. Really, the only crucial problem was Ben Young's fumble in the end zone that was recovered by Casey Hobart of the Ravens. But again, the balanced attack that the Saints had helped immensely. I mean, you look at this. They had 27 passes, and they had 22, 25, 27, 28, 29 runs. So they had more runs than passes. That's always helpful and huge. Kendra Miller had nearly 100 yards rushing. Chris Olave is having himself a ball game. He has enjoyed a renaissance in the last couple of weeks. He has gone over 100 yards in the last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. Heading in the bye, he is as hot as a firecracker and probably one of the few Saints that doesn't want the bye to hit right now. Juwan Johnson got a lot of touches here in this game, 6 for 79. Kendall Traylor got a couple of touches, though not as many as what he has been used to lately. Blocking-wise, Warren McClendon, starting at left tackle, gave up 3 sacks. May have to bench him. And defensively speaking, we had Terrence Gilchrist get the interception. And then we had Brian Brzee get 2 sacks, so that last one was really huge. And Foskey got 1. So overall, a good performance. And Joshua McCallum just munching up tackles from that inside linebacker spot. But Segan Alubi right behind him as well. Gearing for a contract is Segan Alubi, I have to say. I want to see what the cap situation looks like and whether we can bring him back. But that's a Saints victory. And after last week's thrubbing from the Bucs, this is a welcome sight for Saints fans as we go into the bye in a couple of weeks where we're going to be on autopilot. So I will not have any games to broadcast. So hopefully we can get some more wins, and hopefully we can get to the offseason so we can get this team built up a little bit better for Season 5.